Hello everyone, this is Lavina and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing all my views about massaging babies. Like, why do we massage babies? If we do, then till what age do we have to keep doing it? Is it important or rather necessary to massage them? And if we don't, then will it affect baby's growth and development? Also certain myths and facts around the same. Come, let's see. Now, why do we really massage babies? Before going to this question, imagine a very long, tiring day for ourselves, or maybe a long, tiring week. If someone comes and offers us a massage, doesn't it seem very relaxing and calms us down? The same goes with our babies as well. Because in the initial few years, especially up to 18 to 24 months of age, they have lots of physical developmental milestones like lifting their head, gaining neck control, learning to crawl, learning to sit, learning to walk. And when they try these, they fail a lot of times. And then one day suddenly they are able to do it. And this requires a lot of physical effort from their side. And so, massaging really relaxes and calms them down. The other benefit of massaging babies is that the one who takes the responsibility of massaging them gets a chance of having that extra bond with the babies. The reason here is that we all have 5 senses: touch, smell, hearing, sight, and the taste. So out of these 5 senses, touch is the most active and fully developed sense in these babies. In fact, when it comes to sight, they are not able to see things or items after a certain range. I don't remember Ayan figuring out a plane in the sky up to around 18 months of age or around that time. And the same goes with the smell as well as the hearing as well. And when it comes to taste, they haven't really tasted anything except for their mama's milk or either formula milk up to 6 months. So, yes, the touch is the most active in them. Here, in fact, mamas can definitely go ahead and give them massage and bath, so because that is a beautiful technique to have that extra bond. But even dadas can come up and take their chance of giving them a massage or a bath, because then they get a chance to have that bond with the babies. These babies can already always sense mama's touch because they have been in her womb for so long, and at the same time even because of the breastfeed. In fact, if your grandparents are staying with you, then even they can come up and do these massaging and bathing techniques with the kid, because then they also get a chance to bond with him or her. Is it necessary or even important to massage babies? And if we don't, will it affect baby's growth and development? The answer to both these questions is a no. In fact, there are a lot of people from different cultures who don't really massage babies, and their babies are growing and developing completely fine. Because these physical developmental milestones, which I mentioned previously, are given to them by nature. They still have to try for it. It might happen that if you don't massage your babies, then while trying this, they get tired and they might also leave it for a couple of days and then they will try it again. But if you massage them, they might get relaxed sooner and they will be again having the energy to start for the same the next day itself. So yes, again, massaging can be helpful, but is it necessary and important? It is definitely no. If we massage babies, then till what age do we have to keep doing it? The answer is simple. Till the time you and your little one is enjoying it. Do it. A lot of babies do give up massaging. A lot of mothers do give up massaging around 8 months or 9 months. The reason is because during this time, babies learn the art of crawling. And most of the time in the massage goes in pulling the baby back to the massage area. That was at least the case with me, and I've also heard this from a lot of other mothers. And that's the reason why the mama doesn't really enjoy that massaging time, and slowly, gradually, we start giving up. But if your baby allows you to massage even up to 14 months or 16 months of age, please go ahead and do it if you have time. And if you're a working mom like me, and if you don't have time of massaging, you can switch that time to any other time which is comfortable for you. Even if that is not possible, you can just give up. It's okay. Now, certain myths and facts around massaging babies. The most common said myth is that if your baby is not able to walk up to maybe 18 months or 19 months, all the elders around us start telling, "Arey, massage the babies, massage the babies. That's the reason why they are not walking. If you massage them, they walk faster." It's not like that. Babies after 8 to 9 months, 10 months, once they start crawling, they don't let you massage. In fact, most of them don't let you massage. So here in this case, I would just suggest that if you still feel, the thing that actually I observed was when Ayan started walking, I actually started massaging his legs, especially his calf areas, because always he would try to walk and most of the times he would crawl, so his legs were aching. And so then I realized he was also sleeping quite well in the night. And so I also shifted our massage time to the night time. At the same time, I also, instead of doing the entire body massage, I would just massage his legs, and that was also very calming and relaxing for him and gave him the same amount of energy the next day. So in case if your babies are not letting you massage during your massage time, you can even switch to only massaging their legs if that's possible, and you can also do that around their nap time so that they can sleep well. So this brings us to the next fact that yes, if you massage babies and if they let you massage, then they will definitely have a longer hours of sleep, and you can also have those many hours for yourself. The next myth is, a lot of people, especially in the Indian culture, have massage maids or massage ladies to massage their babies. The same was the case with Ayan as well for the initial 2 months, until I realized that massaging is basically for bonding of the babies with their close ones. And so I was at home on leave for around 8 months and I used to massage him. Just in case if you are not able to do the same and maybe your maternity leave is only for 3 months, it is completely fine to have a massage lady over at home. But here the elders keep on telling us, or even the massage mates also tell us, that a lot of pressure is important during the massage for these babies. They say और जोर लगाओ, जोर से करना ज़रूरी है. बिल्कुल ज़रूरी नहीं है. It is definitely not required. Massage should be so gentle that it should be a very calming experience for the baby and it should not become chaotic. So if you put a lot of pressure on these tiny humans, it might get chaotic and it might even get painful. And their organs are not yet fully developed, so it might also happen in the extreme case, it might dislocate their organs or some parts of the body. So all I would really suggest is that this massaging technique is a beautiful technique to connect with your babies, and if your massage maids are still doing it, it is fine. No need to be guilty about it, but just have some closed person around that area where she is sitting so that she doesn't put a lot of extra pressure on the baby, or maybe you can instruct her to not do that. The next one is that a lot of elders around us or even the massage mates keep telling us that use olive oil for massaging, use castor oil, use almond oil, use coconut oil, and so on. Every oil has its own benefits, that is true, but you can use any oil of your choice, whatever you like. If you are more of an organic person and you like these coconut oils and almond oil, you can go for that. And if you like the fragrance of these branded oils like Mothercare and Sebamed and Aveeno, then you can definitely go for that. It is completely on you and your baby. We just have to be careful that any oil is not causing any allergy on their skin while massaging. It should be a beautiful experience for both of you, and so take your own call. In my case, I always used to use some oil which is a little thinner, because thick oil like castor oil used to make that very uncomfortable because everything would get very sticky. So I preferred using some thin oil on Ayan's skin, as it was easily absorbable. So that's the reason why I mostly used coconut oil, or even at times I've used mothercare oil as well. The last one is neither a myth nor a fact, but a suggestion from my side. Whoever is massaging the babies, I would request that please do follow a particular routine and a particular time in the day to give them that massage and a bath. Because babies love order and routine, and they definitely look forward for it. So whatever time you choose, it is important that it should be your leisure time when you are completely free and you do not have any other work. Because then you can do this thing very lovingly, and the same thing goes with your babies as well. They also like that leisure time with you. This was my take on massaging babies and few things that I had figured out in my initial stages of motherhood. Hope this was helpful for you. In case if you really like hearing to me, please go ahead and hit the bell icon for the notification of a new video, and you can even like or comment on the video. Please do share it with your family and friends. Thank you for all your love and support. Bye. See you next Wednesday.